Hey everybody, it's Edwardo here with your DraftStream Saturday update. And look what we have here. Against a smaller field, finally, I get a taste of the top spot again. It's your boy, Swag Official, in the building, atop the standings. But not to rest on my laurels, because here comes Lil Stevie. Parfait DM's Steph Torres with back-to-back action in second and third place. Of course, in first and second place money with fellow Baranski slacker, Ontario's finest, Henry YYZ. The other Henry G, just 15 points behind her. And not to be outdone, she wants all the monies. Parfait DM looking for the clean money sweep, less than 20 points behind Henry YYZ. So it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes up. Now, when it comes to the perfect call sheet, we are a far cry from it, almost 100 points off, because the blood of Zeus. Who knew there's so much value in this anime Netflix series, The Blood of Zeus? A unique, we've seen it before, but it's been a while since we've seen a 6-3-1 construction headliner co-star day player, of which The Blood of Zeus has a 6-pack, headliner from City So Real, headliner stack from Superstore, and a headliner from his house, which I think might have a little more room left to run. It's getting a lot of love on Twitter. It was trending late last night. I have no desire to watch this movie, but apparently it is a well done, black focused horror movie. And the reason why I have no desire to watch is I don't do horror. Scaredy pants. But glad to see. So this 6.2, it's only 1,600 people so far. I think if this thing gets over maybe 3,000 votes, and people are trending more towards, liking it the way they are now, it could possibly reach 7-ish. And is it on my call sheet? It is not. I actually went pretty all in on City So Real, which is doing all right, but nothing compared to The Blood of Zeus. I I have some exposure here. I have a headliner stack exposure here, but I went with a 5-pack of City So Real, and it's doing okay. It's just not doing Blood of Zeus numbers. And then also a 2-pack of Temple, not bad. And then the Mandalorian, very expensive. I thought it had room to run. It kind of does, but it looks like it's running backwards. It was at 117 on Thursday. It's down to 116 today. And I understand it. I watched the season premiere of The Mandalorian, and it's okay. I kind of forgot how... Oh, hold on. Did it go up since... Oh, that's last season's. Okay. I kind of forgot how it embraces both the best and worst parts of being essentially a space western. There are long stretches of not talking, which when you're trying to watch it at 2 a.m. in the morning can be kind of taxing, but there's some good interplay with the child. Oh, spoiler alert. Timothy Oliphant does what Timothy Oliphant does, plays, in this case, a space or a Tatooine marshal. He loves playing, lawmen for whatever reason. Guess he's got that kind of face. I remember Timothy Oliphant for a different reason. Back in the 90s, he was kind of like the villain / kind of bad boy good guy. So it's very interesting how, as his career has evolved, he just keeps playing lawmen and G-men. He's in Fargo season 4 right now as a federal agent. Of course, Justified plays, U.S. Marshal Raylan Givens. Anyways, so he's playing another marshal, playing another lawman here, doing what he does. Okay, so what has Lil Stevie got to do to close the gap? So we have the same headliner blockers and Blood of Zeus. Deutschland 89 is actually giving her really good value for 7,100 here. Holiday. I don't know. I mean, I think more people are probably going to experience it. What's the sample size right now? Oh, 6,000. That's pretty solid. I'm not sure if it's got much more leg room here in IMDb. Is it missing any scores? Holiday. Is it missing any scores? It is not. So, and critics seem to have settled that it is below mediocre, so it's going to need some help from probably Google users who discover it for her to overtake ya boy. What happens if this goes to, say, 92? Not quite. What about 94? Oop, undo that. Nope, it would 96. I mean, that seems unlikely. Shit, 100? It would take. So, all right, so that's not going to happen. But what was it? 88? That's right. But it would need, say, let's say it needs like a 92 and then like a 6.5. Would that do it? Nope. 92 and a 6.9. Damn. So that wouldn't do it either. So 7. There it is. So it would need to go from a 6.2 to a 7, plus get a 92 on Google user. That's asking for a lot, my friends. I think that's asking for a lot. All right. But that may not be all she needs. The Soul of America. I did watch it. It was a third screen experience while I was cobbling together the master call sheet on Thursday, and it's decent. Follows the speech circuit of what's his face, John Meacham, favored guest on Morning Joe, kind of soft-spoken Southerner from Tennessee who used to run, I think it was Newsweek at like 29, which was, you know, pretty unheard of back then. Bit of an old soul, bit of a, you know, very much a centrist. And I don't even mean that in like a pejorative way either. You know, those, no surprise, black man, very liberal. But he's very much a centrist as far as how he looks at, you know, politics and this country. And there is something kind of mildly soothing or comforting with his kind of medium takes throughout historical conflict of this country. He kind of goes through, you know, some famous periods of turmoil in our country's history. So, I mean, it was fairly worthwhile. I liked it fine. It puts history, American history, into a bit of perspective in our, as you can see here, divided nation, you know. You can see it's divided between, you know, the past and the present, you know, color versus, you know, black and white, you know, and it's kind of interesting. I dug it. I don't know, whatever. So this maybe has more to it because I don't think, did it get it? Yeah, so it's missing. So it's not going to get a Metacritic score probably, but it is missing a Google user score. So even anything in that, even like a 60 in that. All right, here we go again. So maybe not a 60, maybe a 65. There you go. So she would need a 65 or better from Google users. I can't say, I mean, I don't know. It's the thing about these HBO and Showtime documentaries, very hit or miss with Google users. I don't know if it's a discovery problem, because now the HBO Max is out and loud and proud. It's starting to suffer a bit of the Netflix content issue. I mean, there is a lot of stuff on HBO Max. As far as I can tell, there's no real algorithm doing anything to show you what you might really like. I mean, there's no up or down. I mean, maybe they have some internal stuff behind what you watched and for how long, but I don't see how they really should look into hiring some data scientists or whatever and creating an algorithm to kind of suggest stuff that you would want to watch. Because right now, I mean, it's an organized mess over HBO Max, but it's a mess nonetheless. You have to be kind of searching for some of these things to really find it, especially in documentaries where it seems like they crank out like 2 or 3 a week on HBO and HBO Max. Henner YYZ, what does he need to do to get in the game? A little more Mandalorian wouldn't hurt. Deutschland 89. So this is his optimal stack here. He needs that to kick into gear. And City So Real's kind of done what it's going to do. Although there might be City So Real. Okay, so City So Real is also missing Google user score. Now its release strategy was different. It came out on Nat Geo, and then the following day it dropped on Hulu. So maybe by the time we get to final results Monday afternoon, after 12 p.m. Pacific time, maybe Google users would have discovered it enough over the weekend through the far more popular Hulu and have registered their opinions on the Google search platform. And then, of course, Brown Baby, our mascot, what's she up to? So she's got, see, now this is what's interesting. So she can only afford a 3-pack of Blood of Zeus. And that's because she went in on This Is Us, and these scores, you're not paying for value, you're paying for scores here. And these scores feel like they're pretty baked in. Although I did see that we got individualized Season 5 scores today. Where'd it go? This Is Us. There we go. Which came out at 100 on Rotten Tomatoes, so that was interesting. I don't know if Metacritic will catch up, but she needs help from This Is Us if she wants to make up some ground. And Train to Busan is just, I mean, it's fine, it's cheap, but a 3-pack at 82.15 right here for your day player. Oh no! Oh, sorry, for your co-star. I mean, you're just gonna need more value. It's an okay-looking call sheet, Mom. You just need to squeeze out more value. I like his house right here. This actually meets value at, it looks like, about 12x. What else? And American Housewife. Yeah, it's fine. Those scores are baked in. 5th season of a long-running sitcom. Don't expect to see much movement over the weekend there. And we'll take a look at the lowball perfect call sheet. A lot of The Craft. And, sadly, a lot of Sarah Cooper. Now, 79.60 isn't necessarily a bad score, but this score seems like it's going to stick. I did watch Sarah Cooper. Everything's fine. Everything. You know what? That's exactly how I'd rate it. It's just fine. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just okay. And so 79.60 actually is pretty generous, but in a week where we are running pretty hot overall, which is kind of wild because I actually thought this was going to be a down week, to be honest with you. I mean, yes, you have the Mandalorian on the high end, but after that, I mean, look, Sabara actually, wow. Sabara actually, I mean, a little more value than the Mandalorian. They're both pretty expensive, but 16.15 to 116.15 to 116.10. This we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay, so we have 7. We have 7 titles, 100 points or more. We got a lot of, we got several of them in the 90s. A lot of 90s and high 80s. So that average is pretty high this week. So in a week where the average is 91 plus, 79.60 is going to find you here on the lowball call sheet. And then Nobody Sleeps in the Woods. because it kind of answers the age-old question: if Nobody Sleeps in the Woods drops and nobody watches it, doesn't make a sound. Okay, yeah, corny. Anyways, pardon me, not catching COVID here, just a little sneezy. Nobody falls in the woods. Yeah, so critics aren't even reviewing it, and audiences seem to hate it, so that's definitely going to end up on the call sheet some way, somehow. And then my lowball call sheet. Well, shit, I don't even have it in there. I do have a lot of the craft. Excuse me. I kind of messed up on Soul of America. I just didn't know if enough people would cover it or see it in order for it to register scores. Who's on? I mean, that's fine. And Sarah Cooper, I totally nailed. All right. So that's going to be it this week. Email update tomorrow with Sunday estimates. Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, we will have the final results in an all-new, fresh 25 title talent pool for your consumption. So thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. I'll be back here Monday sometime after 12 p.m. Pacific time. Good luck, everybody.